Okay. This is a bad idea. Okay. Let's just put these on the floor. Good idea. I probably should have taken these off the shelf before I set up the chair. But that would involve me planning ahead and having brain cells. Which I don't. Okay, so I have a lot of... Oh, let me see if I can stack these up. I have a lot of books. I got a lot of books. This is what happens when I go to the library a lot, is I end up buying a lot of book sale books. I have a lot of very odd books. Okay. Okay. Oh. Okay. I got... Let's see if I can put my face next to it. Oh my god. Ah, that's heavy. That's really heavy. Oh my god. Okay. Let's put these down here. Okay. Oh jeez. Oh god. Okay. Oh, that's not stable. Okay. Oh my god. Okay. So I guess we're just going to start from the top. This is going to be a haul for both November and October. Yeah, I bought like one book in December, which is the Book of the Month book, and I've already talked about that in a vlog. So, I'm just going to go through this pile now. Starting from the top, and so it's going to be in order of size, essentially. Okay, yeah. So, the first book, actually, I will talk about these four as a group. Because they're all books that I bought, off of the, like, $1 cart outside of a bookstore. While I was incredibly drunk. Like, I blacked out, and I woke up in front of this bookstore going through the rack, and I picked up 4 books from that rack. They're very odd books for me. I don't know why Drunk Me decided I wanted them, but okay. So first I have, The Darlington Shot by Angus Ross. A mugging and robbery turned into a crime of international dimension. A crime of international dimension. That's a weird phrasing. Rough and ruthless Marcus Farrow, a secret agent for a bureau that does not officially exist, must unravel the tortuous like torture? The tortuous web of deceit and double-crossing in the arms trade before it's too late. I guess this dude dies? He's being robbed and he ends up dying? Because of, like, arms dealing? I don't know. I genuinely have no clue. And then, so next I have, Murder in the Queen's Armies by Aaron Elkins, which is a, Gideon Oliver mystery. Physical anthropologist and skeleton detective Gideon Oliver in England on his honeymoon finds himself in Wessex near a dig being run by a former classmate. When he and his wife Julie arrive on the site, they discover that the abrasive Nate Marcus is about to be investigated by his backers, and that the local paper has mysteriously learned of Gideon's presence, linking it to the investigation. The atmosphere of the dig is unpleasant. There is suspicion, distrust, and personal and professional rivalry among the archaeologists and students. Nate claims to have found proof of a theory scoffed at by the entire profession, and his refusal to reveal it disturbs Gideon. One of the students disappears. When a body is found, Gideon's unique detective skills are forced into play, not something he'd anticipated while planning his honeymoon. His sleuthing activities lead to another murder, and place both Gideon and Julie in mortal danger. While planning his honeymoon, didn't it say at the beginning? Okay. So I have this now. It was like these were all like $1. So, I'm fine with owning these really weird books, for me. And so the next I have is Bearing Secrets by Richard Barr. So this is a sequel? Okay, fine. In his Shamus Award-winning first novel, The Innocents, Richard Barr introduced audiences to Will Hardesty, a ground-down PI trying hard to survive a few of life's dirtier tricks. Cleveland plain dealer. Now Hardesty must face more than just his past, with the discovery of the 17-year-old wreckage of a plane and its illicit cargo prompts the suicide of the 60s radical Max Pfeiffer. But Pfeiffer's daughter knows it wasn't a suicide. She wants Hardesty to unearth the truth, even if it means unearthing past sins better left in peace. So I'm just going to go with reading this without reading the first one. Fuck it. Also, I feel like it's more common for, like, these sort of mysteries where the, like, connection is just the dude who's doing the mysterying. It's a lot more common for those to be easier to read out of order because they're sort of monster of the weeky. And then the last one that I have from that is called Samurai by H. Paul Varley with Ivan and Nobuku Morris. This lively and informative series tells a story of little-known but important historical groups of men and movements, religious sects, political parties and causes, military and professional elites, castes, cults, and institutions of all sorts. The books are profusely illustrated with pictures that illuminate and enhance the text. That one is pretty cool. So it's just sort of, you know, like a history. Non-fiction. Actually, non-fiction is pretty normal for me. So, okay, now they're all out of order because they're not all just little $1 mass markets that I picked up. So I'm going to go through these all and mention where I got them each individually. So, this is Growth and Structure of the English Language by Otto Jespersen. It's about the development of the English language. And it's old. So it's very old. Jesus. It does not say when this was published, but inside it's dated 1964, which I assume when the original owner of this bought it. So, yes. It's an old book. Okay, so next and I bought that at a library book sale. So, next I have Jacob's Room and the Waves, 2 complete novels by Virginia Woolf. Which is they don't actually give proper. Oh, what was that? Oh, this is a marked book. Mostly underlined. Someone... Wait. Someone should put... Okay. So this is just 2 Virginia Woolf stories. So... And then next I have The Oldest Dead White European Males, and Other Reflections on the Classics by Bernard Knox, which are some essays about classics. Okay. And then I have Desire and Domestic Fiction, A Political History of the Novel by Nancy Armstrong, which is about, you know, the formation of the novel and, like, you know, Jane Austen and how, like, a lot of middle-class women helped create the novel as it exists today, with romantic and domestic fictions. And then I have 2 books now because they are a series. I have The Two Towers and The Return of the King by J.R.R. Tolkien. I had to return the audiobook that I had for the first book, The Fellowship of the Ring. So I'm still halfway through that. So I don't know when I'm going to be able to start either of these. And they didn't have a copy of the first one. So, I'm going to figure that out in time. Those 3, those 4. Okay, so all of the books past, okay, yeah. I picked up the 2 Lord of the Rings ones at, the little cart where you put in the coins. But I picked up the 2 before it at the actual library sale where I got the English language one. And then I also got this one there too, which is Ethelred the Unready. I think Ethelred. Which is by Levi Roche, which is basically about the King of England, the last Anglo-Saxon king, I believe. I believe he's the one who lost to the Normans, so he was, I believe, the last Anglo-Saxon king of England. And that's just the history, so. And then I have one that I got from Anna Francesca. I won a giveaway that she did, and so I ended up getting a big chunker. I got a bit of a chunker here, and it is The Name of the Wind by Patrick Rothfuss, and it's the 10th anniversary edition. For someone who likes fantasy, I actually know surprisingly little about this because a lot of my fantasy experience has been in young adult and kids-lit fantasy, because most of my experience with fantasy is growing up reading a lot of, like, Demore Pierce. So I'm really excited to get into some adult fiction with this big old chunker. And then the last one is from Book of the Month. So it's Fate of the Fallen by Calcade, which is about like a retired, like, adventuring D&D type party, who have to go and do stuff again, I believe. That's how I remember it being summarized on the Book of the Month website. So, this is also adult fantasy, I believe. So I'm really excited to get into it with something a little bit shorter than The Name of the Wind is. So those are the last of the physical books that I bought in the last 2 months. Yeah, because the only thing left is my book of the month. Oh, jeez. My book of the month for December, which I will. I've already read, and it's already been mentioned in a vlog, but I will include that in next month's haul, the December haul. So in total, let me see how many books that is. So in total, in the past 2 months, I have bought 13 books. Which is a bit of an abnormality for me. So we will see if that becomes a bit less of an abnormality now that I'm within the booktube community. But that is it for this video, so I will see you again soon. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, and I think share too. Do things that help me with the algorithm, essentially. And